So in a typical sales organization where the salespeople generate their own leads, they network, they get referrals, they do cold calling, whatever the situation is, which happens to be the case for most of our customers, the salesperson is probably spending close to 50% of their time on prospecting. And what I know as a sales manager is that they have to focus that kind of time on it to keep their sales pipeline full. I also know that it's sort of frustrating to the salespeople a lot of time, and they generally don't like to do it. They'd rather be spending their time with closing deals, right? And so it's a management issue. You have to keep, steering them in that direction. And it's the most common reason that salespeople fail to meet their quota is that they just don't have enough, they're not doing enough prospecting and they don't have enough good leads, right? So that's the typical situation from my point of view. However, if you were able to provide your sales team with a steady stream of qualified leads, then everything changes, right? Because now they don't have to spend any time on the prospecting. They can spend half of their time on qualifying the leads. In other words, taking the leads that are coming in and making sure they are absolutely qualified, like John said earlier. Then that gives them also more time for presenting the solution, demonstrations, proposals, etc., and closing, right? So if you do both of those things, more qualifying should lead to better opportunities. Better opportunities and more time to close should mean more sales, right? And so I sat down and did a little spreadsheet and tried to compute what the ROI might be. And I made some assumptions, tried to think about a small product or small price point product or service. A business with 6 sales reps, their average sale is $2,000, and each sales rep sells an average of $15,000 in product or service every month. Okay, so kind of a low price point there to keep the estimates conservative, because the effect this has on things, if you have a higher price point, if you're selling $100,000 products, is greater. You'll have a higher return on investment. And what I found was, even in this scenario where things are relatively low price point, you will have some upfront investment, some additional expenses you're going to have to spend to get these leads. And in my case, I was assuming you were driving traffic to your website. So you got to do some work on your website. You got to get some people to do some traffic generation to your website, those kind of things. And I figured about a total of $50,000 in investment over the course of 12 months. And you see the results, 60% increase in sales in the first 12 months. Back to that pie that I just showed, it's because now the salespeople are essentially cherry-picking the stream of leads coming in and finding the best opportunities and spending all their time closing those great opportunities. So your close rate is virtually guaranteed to go up. So I'll turn it back over to you, John.
Thanks.